Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out a new Odd Ones Out video. This just came out yesterday. Your girl just woke up today, didn't even brush her teeth or wash her face yet. I'm gonna check out this video. He says his girlfriend is kind of odd, and I want to know if this is one of those things where, as a female, will I think these things are odd, or is it that she actually is odd, because sometimes guys will be like, oh, my girlfriend's crazy or my wife is crazy. And I'll be like, oh, I do the same ish. It's not that odd for us to do. But there are times where the chick is actually crazy. So we gonna see, or odd, excuse me. He didn't say crazy. I am crazy. She might just be odd. I am odd and crazy. Listen, we ain't dabbling on that. Link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's see, is his girlfriend actually odd? Or am I odd too? Or is he odd for thinking she's odd? We're gonna see who is odd, okay? Link down below.
You know how when people get into a new relationship, they go through a honeymoon phase? Mm-hmm. Well, me and my girlfriend went through is the person I'm dating a deranged murderer phase. When she first came over to my house, she thought my Nintendo figure collection was something only a psychopath would have. And she's right. When you've been living alone for so long, sometimes you just need to buy friends and put them on display. And sometimes you do this by turning people into lampshades or chairs. Luckily, I just collect hunky reptile figures. Gift doesn't actually think I'm a psychopath anymore, which is good, because I don't want anyone to know the truth. However, early on in our relationship, there were some things I did that she didn't like. One time I was unloading the dishwasher and I was putting away the knives and Gift looked at me all concerned and I asked, "What's the matter, huh?"
I like the goodness.
I don't know what made her run to the other side of the room like that when I could clearly just throw the knife at her. Yeah, she's kind of stupid. But she definitely got her point across that she didn't like me holding multiple knives and told me to cut it out. But I didn't know she was a psychopath either, though, because there are definitely some things about her that made me question her sanity. Like how she owns a 2000.
How was he putting the knives away? Like was it multiple at a time? Or, how was he doing it? Because I will say that I had to have a knife conversation with my husband about playing with the knives or pretending as I turn around the corner, being playful with the sharp knife. I'm like, that's stuff you don't do because of the accidental, stabbing or murder, or death, those things, these little tiny things, very tiny things, right?
$2,000 animal mascot costume, but she hates sports.
$2,000?
That's weird.
Yeah,
when I was over at her apartment, I was looking through her freezer, assuming she had bagel bites, and I asked, "Hey babe, where's all the bagel bites?" And there was this plastic grocery bag in there, and she tells me, "No, don't look in there. We don't have any bagel bites. You ate them all, remember?" But in my mind, all I'm thinking is, hold on.
What is in that bag?
What the frick does this chick have in her freezer that she doesn't want me to see? A freezer is not a place where you tell someone, don't look in there. Right? You say that about underwear drawers and toilets. Yes. That's it. I don't know what we did for the next 10 minutes because all I was thinking about was how many severed hands were in Gift's freezer. But then I thought, okay, maybe I'm overreacting. I optimistically asked, "Hey, babe, are you, perhaps keeping a surprise for me in the freezer? Like a birthday cake? My birthday's not for another 5 months, but that's the only thing I can think a person would hide in a freezer that wouldn't make them a psychopath." And she said, "Nope." So what's in there? Don't worry about it.
Oh, goodness.
Do you not see how this looks? If the doors weren't locked, I would have been out of there. I wasn't about to lose sleep over this, so I held up the knife I had from the previous joke and said, "What's in the freezer?" And she went, "It's a dead snake."
What?
You had a dead snake
next
to the bagel bits! So fun fact about my Gift, she owns 8 snakes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. You should have led with that, first off, because it's less weird that she has a dead snake. Probably the snake died and she didn't want to have it. Like trash probably isn't coming for a few days and she didn't want to have that thing rot in the trash. So you put it in the freezer. That makes sense to me. That's my prediction. We'll see what the actual thing is. But I love how he was freaking out. He's like, "You had a dead snake by the bagel bites." It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. But apparently she used to own 9. I've learned that snakes are a very low maintenance pet. You only have to feed them once every 3 years. And if you cut them in half, they turn into 2 snakes. Yeah, so I have no clue how one of her snakes could have died. And another
Yikes.
fun fact, snakes lack the part of the brain that feels love. They're physically incapable of showing affection. So your
Aye.
pet hognose would sell your soul to Snake Satan for one dead mouse. So she already has 8 pets that don't love her, and potentially
Okay.
her boyfriend too if she doesn't get rid of that freezer snake. At least my reptiles aren't dead in a freezer. I immediately start
That's
asking
true.
questions.
That's true.
Why
Right,
do you have
right,
a
right.
dead snake in your freezer?
Yeah.
How many other dead animals are in your freezer? What the heck's wrong with you? And she said, I wanted to get him taxidermied, but the person I wanted to have do it was busy. Also, there's dead rats in there for my snakes. Oh, that explains why the bagel bites tasted so funny. What's extremely gross is that the snake is still in there to this day.
Oh,
I don't know how long
gross.
the snake was
Yeah,
in there
yeah.
before, but
Okay.
it's been well over a year since that incident.
Oh,
it's
my
honestly
goodness.
great, though, because now she can never complain about the state of my refrigerator. I'll have potatoes that are sprouting more potatoes, grapes that are
goodness.
getting me tipsy, and if she points any of it out, I just respond with, oh, you think my refrigerator's disgusting? Yeah, Medusa? Uh-huh. One time she said, oh, my fridge smells terrible and I don't know why. Really? You can't think of a single reason?
You said why?
She said, no, I said the fridge smells bad, not the freezer.
freezer.
I
Yeah,
said,
I
I will
get that.
flush your snake down the toilet and give you a swirly. Now, that's the sign of true love, kids. But for all I know, she could totally still have severed hands in there. After dealing with the snakesicle situation, there's some other things I've learned from being in a
It's like,
relationship.
no bagel
Apparently,
bites?
there are rules and etiquettes when eating food, and my girlfriend sure does love and enforce those rules. I was taught, don't put your elbows on the table, close your mouth when you're chewing unless you want to talk to someone, and make sure you eat something green every once in a while. But
Right,
according
right,
to
right.
her, there's more than that. Like, did you know that bagel bites aren't a part of a balanced diet? We were at a restaurant one time.
So she was trying to get him to
pre-COVID,
eat
and when we
better
got
food?
our food, Gift took a napkin and put it on her lap and told me to do that as well because you're supposed to do that in a society. I looked around the restaurant and said, but no one else has a napkin on their laps.
Right, I've
And
never-
She said,
I don't- I've
That's
never
because
done
you
that.
wanted to eat at a
Well,
Denny's.
oh,
I didn't
wow.
know why she was such a stickler for table manners.
I'm mad he's
until I
eating
went to our
rat
family's
bagel
place
bites.
for Thanksgiving, and I stepped inside and saw 2 sets of staircases in their house. And
Yikes.
it all made
that,
sense.
Right? That's why.
They're fancy
Yep.
and collect staircases. Going to my girlfriend's home for Thanksgiving
I
was
like
the
how
first
they
time I
all
met a
have
partner's
air
parents,
faces.
and I tried really, really hard to get them to like me. Because I'm kissing their firstborn child. I'm in the house, Dad's watching sports. I love sports. I lied.
Okay.
Mom's working on a puzzle. I love puzzles. They used to call me the puzzle king in high school. My
Goodness.
brother's playing Mario Odyssey. I love Mario. Oh, wait, I don't have to impress you.
Yeah.
You
I
suck
do
at this game. In an effort to get them to like me more, I brought a gift for
I'm
Gift's
mad. He
family.
said, "You
I got
suck
them
at
a
this
little
game."
baby cactus because it's small and prickly and doesn't like to be touched. Just like her.
Yikes.
Ow, babe,
Oh.
no, babe, it was a joke. It was a joke, babe. Gift's Thanksgiving meal was the polar
No,
opposite.
that's how things be. When my husband be on the phone and he be talking trash about me, that's how he ends up being like, babe, it was a joke. I'm just playing. As I'm beating him down with witnesses on the phone. Don't mess with me, son. You know what I'm capable of. You know that's not a dead snake in my freezer.
Of my family's Thanksgiving. My family does Thanksgiving with 2 other families, and they all come together with mashed potatoes, and everyone gets in a line with paper plates, and we all have one big mashed potato potluck. Then I sit at the kids'
other
table
foods
to
too,
avoid
right?
talking about politics.
Oh.
Gift's family used real plates and had candles, and everyone puts a napkin on their lap. I felt like Shrek at Fiona's castle. They had 3 forks of various sizes, but I
That's
still
where
wanted
things
them to
get
like me, so I
confusing.
wasn't about to point out that it made no sense to use 3 different forks to eat a meal.
It doesn't.
This must
It
be why
doesn't.
Giff is so afraid of knives. All these cutlery options are bringing up childhood traumas of going up all the stairs.
PTSD.
But Giff's family was so fancy that I actually didn't even meet them on Thanksgiving. My memory just
Okay.
filled in that we were having a Thanksgiving meal. Giff read
Really?
the script and was
Oh,
like,
it was just like a
you
regular
didn't meet
meal?
them on Thanksgiving, right? That was just a regular Tuesday brunch. That wasn't even a meal to be thankful for? Why do we talk about politics so much? One of the big political debates we have is that Gift tells me I wear dad socks. But I don't think she understands my genius. You see, if I buy and wear the same pair of socks for the rest of my life, I'll never have to worry about matching socks ever again. So I've already picked out the socks that I'm going to be wearing at my funeral. And as we were wrapping
What?
up our non-Thanksgiving
That's
meal,
weird.
I got up from the table, and Gift's dad said, "Hey, I have those socks." So I guess
Yikes.
she's right about something.
Yikes.
And her dad totally likes me now. In the end, as long as I make Giff happy, then I know her parents will like me, no matter what socks I wear. And as long as you're with someone who makes you a happier person, then they're a good partner too. even if they refuse to throw away the dead snake they've had in their freezer for almost 3 years.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
hello everyone. I know it's been a while, but I hope you all...
It has been, but it's cool. It's cool. We understand. You know, people be busy, bruh. People be busy. Not everybody's on crack like I am. But I shouldn't have just left that in the air. I meant to the degree of, you know, I've got like 4 channels and posting a lot of stuff. That's what I meant. I shouldn't have just left it there. Not everybody's doing crack like I am, you know, and just leave it there for everyone to be like, oh, Christine does crack. No, I can't find anyone who will sell me. Anyways, so partners are odd. I would say that. And I completely agree that both of them are odd. But there are odd things that I do that my husband thinks is hilariously weird. And then there's things that he's actually concerned about, but we're not here to talk about those things. But there are things that he does that are weird or odd to me. So this video is like hella relatable and hella enjoyable as someone who's been in a long-term relationship, and the things that you learn about each other and forget and then remember, it just brings more laughter when you remember about like, hey, remember when you used to, and be like, oh my gosh. Or, you know, like, do you still do that? Like, no. And then he's like, oh, that means you do. That means you still do it. But this makes me even more happy for him and his girlfriend. The fact that they have these things that they can be so open about, that are odd about each other, and that they can share and have these good moments with. So I'm really happy for them. That's where I get at the bottom line of this, is that did I have some on my lip? Hold on. Yeah, I did. Or is it just shine? It might be just shine. Anyways, I'm very happy for them. They are through this animation, because I mean, I know nothing about them, you know. I don't have James's DMs. I'm not messaging him or texting him. I don't know his girlfriend, you know, so I can't say that I know that they are an amazing couple, but I can assume from the animation that they could be a really good couple. And from the animation, they look really cute. And I'll preface that because, again, I don't really know them. But this was fun. This was definitely fun. It takes me back to my relationship, and it becomes very introspective. I don't have a dead snake in my freezer. I have other dead things in there that we eat, you know, like. Okay. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Is there an odd thing that you or your partner does that you were like, okay, this is an odd thing? I want everybody to share like odd stories about their partners down below. In the comment section, and let me know your thoughts of the video down below. If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below to support all these amazing people that helped out with making it. If you like this video, hug the life out of that like button. I love you guys as always, and until next time, buddies, toodles.